Have you ever really thought about what it takes to make a dream happen? I mean, not just having the dream, but actually stepping into it and living it. Well, let's get into it because it almost always boils down to a few critical and, yeah, deeply uncomfortable moments. And that right there is the heart of it. The most profound learning, the real growth. It doesn't happen when we're comfortable. It happens when you're right on the edge. Where stepping forward means you're risking public rejection with absolutely no safety net. You see, so many of us have these amazing dreams, but there's this giant chasm between dreaming and doing. And that gap, it's usually filled with fear, with uncertainty, and it can just freeze us in place. So the real test is finding the guts to act when an opportunity just pops up out of nowhere. To really bring this to life, let me tell you about Miyuki. She's a student from Japan, and her biggest dream is to sing in New York City. So one day, she's walking along and sees a street performer. And this is it. This is her shot. But of course, what happens? She hesitates. She's hit by that wall of fear and uncertainty that we all know so well. But here's where it gets really interesting. As Miyuki was just standing there, wrestling with all that doubt, she was actually, maybe without even realizing it, tapping into this incredibly powerful framework. It's like a mental toolkit that can help any of us push through that exact kind of hesitation. So this framework, it's built on 3 mindsets that all work together: grit, a growth mindset, and divergent thinking. Now, what's so important to get is that these aren't sequential steps. It's not like 1, then 2, then 3. They all have to be working at the same time, amplifying each other. Think of it like a 3-part harmony that turns a dream into an action. Okay, so first up, you've got grit. This is the engine. It's that raw, stick-with-itness, that deep dedication to your goal. It's not about being the most talented person out there. It's about being the one who just refuses to quit. It's choosing to keep pushing, especially when it feels like you're going absolutely nowhere. This is the foundation that keeps you in the game. Then you have the growth mindset. If grit is the engine, this is the steering wheel. It's how you navigate all the bumps in the road. So instead of seeing a challenge as this big brick wall that proves you're not good enough, you see it as a chance to get stronger. With a growth mindset, mistakes aren't failures. They're just data. They're clues for what to do next. And the third piece of the puzzle is divergent thinking. This is the creative fuel. It's that magic ability to break away from the obvious. So when you're stuck, instead of asking, okay, what's the one right way to do this? You start asking, what if? What if there's a totally different way? It's what helps you find those brilliant, unexpected solutions that were hiding in plain sight. So you've got the engine, the steering wheel, and the fuel. But how did these 3 keys actually work for Miyuki on that New York City street? Let's jump back into her story and see this whole framework play out in real time. Okay, so it all began with grit. Just that simple, stubborn refusal to walk away from the moment. I mean, just think of all the excuses she could have made. We've all been there, right? That little voice in your head that gives you 100 perfectly logical reasons to just leave, to go back to being safe. It's the voice of comfort, and its only job is to protect you from risk. But she didn't listen to that voice. She didn't walk away. Her grit kicked in, and she just waited. That simple act of just holding her ground, with absolutely no guarantee that her chance would even come, that was a huge display of perseverance. All right, now let's see how the next mindset layers on top of that. Because when she finally got her chance to talk to the performer, her growth mindset totally took over. She didn't try to fake it. She didn't pretend to be perfect. Someone with a fixed mindset would have seen her English skills as a dead end, a failure before she even started. But Miyuki, she was honest, she was vulnerable. And this is just a beautiful example of a growth mindset in action. By admitting her struggle, she didn't close the door on her dream. She actually opened a brand new one. Her honesty invited people to help, not to judge. She basically said, here's where I am, framing it as a starting point, not a stopping point. And this is the moment where everything pivoted. Her vulnerability, which came from her growth mindset, met someone else's creativity, and that created the breakthrough. Somebody in the crowd, an enabler, asked this simple but totally game-changing question. It completely reframed the entire problem. Suddenly, the challenge wasn't sing this song perfectly in English, it was share something authentic. And that is divergent thinking at its absolute best. That one little what if question just unlocked the whole thing. The goal immediately shifted from some flawless technical performance to a real, genuine human connection. It was this creative workaround that made her dream possible right then and there.
And what happened next was just a complete and total transformation. It wasn't slow or gradual, it was immediate. It was powerful.
You could literally watch it happen. 1 second, she's full of indecision, shyness, fear, and then she sings the first note. And just like that, everything changes. Her whole face shifts. Her body language opens up. The shy, hesitant person just vanishes, and a performer takes her place. In that single moment, she became the person she was dreaming of being. And that's the real kicker here. Real, genuine growth isn't always this slow, steady climb. Sometimes it's a radical, instantaneous shift that happens the second you decide to step into the discomfort instead of running from it. So, okay, why does all this matter to you? What does Miyuki's story really demand from any of us who have a dream we're chasing? Well, it demands something called reciprocal intensity. It's this powerful give and take between the dreamer and the people around them. As you can see, this is a total two-way street. For you, the dreamer, it means being vulnerable, embracing that discomfort, and showing who you really are. But for everyone else, the enablers, it means creating a safe space for that to happen. Transformation, it turns out, is a team sport. So as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Your dream is out there, and it's waiting for you. It's waiting for that exact moment of discomfort that you've been avoiding. So what uncomfortable opportunity are you going to seek out?